Okay, we are dealing with the July 2019 Maths N3 paper. Let's start with it. So the first question is, prove that x minus 1 is a factor of f of x. Then factorize completely. Okay. So, if we want to prove that x minus 1 is a factor of f of x, what we can do is we can divide f of x by x minus 1, and we should expect a remainder of 0. Okay, then we can use long division, or we can just use the factor theorem. Okay, so what we can do is we can substitute f of 1 because we got x minus 1. If I had x plus 1, then I will substitute minus 1. So if I substitute f of 1 here, let's see what we get. So that will be 6 times x cubed minus 11 times x squared plus x plus 4. So all I'm doing is replacing x with 1. Wherever I see x, I got 1. So now you know 1 to the power 3 is 1 times 6, that will be 6. 1 squared is 1 times minus 11, that's minus 11. And then we got plus 1 plus 4. Okay, so 6 minus 11 is minus 5, minus 5 plus 1 is, so we got a minus 4 plus 4, which is equal to 0. So, what do we know that the remainder is equal to 0? Okay, so therefore, f of, x minus 1 is a factor of f of x. Right. So now we know that x minus 1 is a factor. So we can find the other factors. Now there are many different methods here. You can use long division, but the fastest way that everyone is using these days is called synthetic division. So for synthetic division, you will not use x minus 1, you will just use 1. Okay, so let's use synthetic division now. So for synthetic division, you write down your f of x here. So we got our 6x cubed minus 11x squared plus x plus 4, but we only focus on the coefficients here. Okay, so we got x to the power 3, x to the power 2, and it must be written in order from highest power of x to lowest power of x. Okay, so we got 3, 2, 1, and this is x to the power 0. So we have our, what is the number that we're going to use? It's 1. So we have our 1 here. So what we do is first we bring down the coefficient of x to the power 3, which is 6. Okay, then what we're going to do is every time we're going to be multiplying. We're going to go 1 times 6, and then we're going to write the result directly below the next term. Okay, so we're going to go 1 times 6 is equal to 6. We're ignoring the x's, we're only concentrating on the coefficients here. Right, so we're going 1 times 6 is equal to 6. Remember, it's a positive 6. Then we work this out. We add it up. So minus 11 plus 6 will give me minus 5. Okay. Now, you multiply again. 1 times minus 5, and you write down the result in the below the next term. So we go 1 times minus 5 is minus 5. Now, what is the coefficient of x here? 1. So 1 minus 5 will give me minus 4. Okay. So now we multiply 1 times minus 4, and you write down the result here, which is minus 4. And then minus 4 plus 4 is 0. You must get it. If you don't get a 0, you made a mistake. That means that maybe you multiplied wrong, or maybe you made a mistake in the beginning. X minus 1 was never a factor in the first place. Right, but it's clear now. This is the remainder. You must get the remainder of 0. Right, so now what does this represent? Okay, this represents your A, this one will be your B, and this one will be C from the equation ax squared plus bx plus c from your quadratic. The first digit represents the coefficient of x squared, the second one represents the coefficient of x, and the last one is your constant. So after long division, not long division, after synthetic division, what did we just work out? That this is 6x squared minus 5x minus 4. Okay, that's what we worked out. So therefore, f of x was equal to, what was it equal to originally? It was 6x to the power 3 minus 11x squared plus x plus 4. What was the question? Check if x minus 1 is a factor and then factorize completely. So what did we just do now? We used x minus 1. Okay, in fact we used 1. Right. But x minus 1 is a factor, so we got x minus 1. And what did we just find out now? We found that this is 6x squared minus 5x minus 4. Now, we need to factorize the quadratic here. Can you see that? We need to factorize this quadratic. So, let's factorize it. So, this one is not so straightforward because there's a 6 here, there's a 4 there. So, you have to play around with the numbers. It's either 6 times 1 or 2 times 3. This one is either 2 times 2 or 4 and 1. Okay, so what is going to work? What will work over here? 6 and 1 or 2 and 3? Let's try it on the side. What happens if I go 6x and x? Okay, then if I go, let me go for minus 1 and plus 4. Okay, I'm just taking a guess. This is how you factorize. You take a guess and then you check if your guess is correct. Right, so if I multiply now 6x times x, 6x squared, 6x times minus 1, minus 6x, 4 times x is plus 4x, 4 times minus 1 is minus 4. Okay, it's not working. You can see that. At factorization, you always take a guess and then you check if your guess is correct. What happens if I go and put the 4 here and the 1 there? Not going to work, it's going to be too high. Okay, so it looks like 6 and 1 does not work here. Can you see that? So let's try out 2 and 3. So let's go 2x and 3x. Okay, so what can we use? 2, and if we use 2 and 2, what will happen? The main thing is we're checking the middle term. Okay. The first term, we know 2 times 3 is going to give us the 6x squared. So yeah, if I go 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6. Not going to work again now. Can you see that? Okay. So what happens if I put a 4 and 1? What happens if I put 4 and 1? Will it work? No. What happens if I put the 4 this side and the 1 this side? Will it work now? Okay. So you have to know your timetable. So you can check quickly in your mind. We're checking our timetable. So now we're going 2 times. See, 2 times 4 is 8. 1 times 3 is 3. So these are the 2 middle terms, the coefficients. So if you take 8 and 3 and you subtract 8 minus 3, you're going to get 5. So we know it's going to work, but we need to make sure about the sign. Right. So we know that this must have a negative and this must be a positive because the sign here is negative. You can see that. Right. So in order for us to get a negative, this must be a negative and this must be positive. Okay, but all this is done quickly. You know, you do it quickly if you know your timetable. Let's do a check here to make sure 2 times 3x is going to be 6x squared. 2x times minus 4 is minus 8x. 1 times 3x is 3x. 1 times minus 4 is minus 4. So we got 6x squared minus 8x plus 3x is minus 5x, and then we got minus 4, and that's exactly correct. You can say that. So the factors are 2x plus 1, 3x minus 4, and that is your final answer. Okay. The question was factorize fully, that's all. Do not go and try and solve for x, because the question stated factorize only. Okay. That was the first one.